Welcome to another episode, guys. This one is going to be all about our touring D-Max. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you the cockpit first. So this is the cockpit. We'll start off up the top and work our way down. So we've got the HEMA HX1, and this is our navigation device in the car. Awesome bit of gear. Obviously it's got your normal drive function and an explore function, which is where your forward drive tracks and everything. Got the scan gauge, which tells me all my temperatures that the car gauges doesn't have, like transmission temp, water coolant temp, all that sort of thing. And it can pick up when it throws a code, so I can Google the code and tell exactly what's wrong with the car. Everything else is pretty standard, you know, radio, all that sort of gear. This is an automatic car, which is awesome, love it. Got the UHF radio, it's a TX3500 GME. Handpiece, you know, normal pretty gear. All the controls for your spotlights. Red Arc Tow Pro electric brakes, which are awesome. It's got a manual mode and an auto mode. And on the side here, obviously left and right, that's for your mirrors. And then we've got a button for the air compressor. Push that little air compressor under the seat, under the passenger seat, starts up, and it's there, hardwired. You don't have to forget it on your trip. So that's pretty well the front driver's seat and all that sort of thing, and our mods to do inside. So this is the boys' residence when we travel. Lennox's bed, not bed, car seat, Vinny's car seat. Little mirror so we can see what little Minster's up to when he's travelling. This box here just contains nibbles and just stuff we don't use every day. Down there we keep some recovery gear and the first aid kit. And that's about it for this little back area. Pretty simple, not much really you can do else with it, is it? Alright, let's move on to the outside. Alright, so we're going to start at the front of the car and work our way back. So, snorkel, safari snorkel, pretty standard stuff. Keeps the water out when you're doing river crossings, all that sort of thing. The light bar that sits on the bull bar, 2 spotties, X-ray vision, these things are bright as. I'm really happy with them. Ironman bull bar, eh buddy? Ironman bull bar? Ironman bull bar, we've got a King's Dominator winch in there if we really get into the ship. The GME aerial, pretty standard stuff. Moving around, wheels, they're speedy rims, bootleg I think is the actual name of them. BFG Goodrich tyres, awesome, we love BFG Goodrich. We had a set on them before this, we got 80,000 out of them with the van doing the roads, some of the roughest roads in Australia. Clearview towing mirrors, a must I reckon. I don't even think I'd have a car without these anymore. Side steps, side rails, Ironman, run-of-the-mill sort of thing. Moving on down, a tap for our water tank. We've got a 50 litre water tank under the tray of this car. Goff Plastics, we got that from. I put it in myself. It's just gravity fed, but super handy for when Lennox is dirty and wants to wash your hands, eh? And then moving up from there, we got the winch and all that sort of thing for our boat loader. We've done a separate video on the boat rotor. We'll leave the link in the description below. Moving on to the passenger side of the canopy. Up top, this is where we house all our life jackets, spearfishing goggles, our little GPS for the boat goes in there, all those sort of things. Things that we don't really use a hell of a lot of. It's got light switch on dimmers, really cool. MSA drop down with a 60 litre angle fridge in it, fridge freezer. We love the fridge freezer just because when we do a lot of our stuff we freeze, especially with the boys, it just makes it easier. Now Finny won't let us do any filming without crying, so he's helping us out. So yeah, drop down fridge, 60 litre. We find the freezer really handy, especially when we don't have the caravan. This is the ability to have a fridge and a freezer. It's absolutely gold for us. Storage under the fridge with just a heap of miso stuff. Moving on to the back section of the passenger side, we've got my tackle box with all its gear in it. Esky for the boat, and that houses some crab trap buoys, spearfishing gear, cast net, all those sort of things. It's sitting on a little under storage little bay. It just miso tools, few spares, all that sort of thing. Obviously, Finney's pram, isn't that's where you go, isn't it, buddy? Yeah. Come around to the back. Got the canopy ladder. Gets us up to the boat when we want to go. On the back wing of our canopy, we've got a clothesline, which Alenia has done a little separate video on. We'll put that in the link in the description below as well. Through the back, we just got Lennox and Finley camp chairs. My spear gun attaches to the roof. Crab traps up the front, and you come around this side. The motor sits on a trolley here, along with the tinny wheels and our fire pit, our little Whittlewell fire pit. Up the front, the brains of the canopy. In this box, there's a 100 amp hour Enerdrive BTEC lithium battery. And charging it is the Enerdrive 40 DC charger. Awesome bit of gear. We have a little 300 watt inverter there. Lights as well on this side, and the ability to plug into 240 power as well. And on this scale, we've attached a set of Max Tracks, which is cool. It keeps them out of the weather, out of people's eyes, so they don't want to steal them from us. And yeah, that actually is very handy. So the suspension, well, it's actually a GCM upgrade on Maxi. We have done a video on it before. We'll leave that in the description as well. Yeah, it's a 3.6 ton GVM upgrade on Maxi, which allows us to put an extra 1.6 ton, which is massive, on this car. Not that we would, but we have the ability to. So, yeah, and it's awesome. I cannot get over how good that is. Under the car, we do have a transmission cooler in Maxi, which I think is a must if you're going to be towing and doing beach driving and all that sort of thing. It works in series with the cooling system in place in the car, and it drops it for about 10-15 degrees easy. So yeah, I rate that as well. So this car also has a Torque turbo back exhaust system, which is awesome, coupled up with the Safari snorkel. Just allows the car to breathe and get rid of all its exhaust fumes. So that's about it on our Touring D-Max. We absolutely love this car. It's part of the family, it really is. It suits us down to a T. We can take everything that we need. We can tow our van. Yeah, just an awesome and well worth a look into if you're planning a touring rig to buy. So thanks for watching this one, guys. If you're new here, subscribe to our channel because we've got some awesome content coming up, especially in the new year. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.